5 Questions with LeRoy Butler. Now, here's Tom Silverstein.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 5 Questions with LeRoy Butler. This is the meaningless game week, but we had so much to go over regarding X's and O's that we may just be here till the end of the week going over some of the plays from the Ravens game.
And I would disagree that you say meaningless. I would disagree with that.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
tell me.
Can I sell you on it?
Packers, I'll set it up and then you go.
Yes.
Packers
Yes.
are locked into the number 7 seed.
Yes.
No matter what happens in Minnesota this week.
Yep.
Go.
Like last year, I don't want to finish the season losing consecutive games.
Yeah.
Remember, Jordan went out there, I think he hurt his elbow or something.
Yeah.
When they would finish the game, no momentum going into the playoffs. So losing consecutive games to me as a player is unacceptable, but when you lose, it'll be, 4 in a row?
Yeah.
And if you don't have the right mixture of players, it could be 5 in a row if you ever want to do something. Now, Minnesota has won 4 straight.
Yes, they have.
They can finish at 9 and 8.
Same number of victories as the Packers.
Right. So their incentive is to have a winning record and to just kind of affect, because they're going to make some changes in Minnesota. But back to the Packers. The NFL got it right, by the way, these division games at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what the records are. When you play Minnesota, our fans want to beat Minnesota. And you can go, 5-1 in a division?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, you would have been in a position to maybe sweep the division the first time in a long time. But divisional games, to me, means more, because the only reason why you're in this position, because you beat NFC and the AFC North games.
Okay.
If you had split with Detroit, or if you had if you had lost another NFC game, you wouldn't even be in the playoffs. So to me, in that locker room, we have to stop this losing streak to feel good about next week.
Okay, I'm going to give you the alternative viewpoint to that. Okay, so Packers banged up.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I think Jordan Love has to play a little bit.
Absolutely.
Just because he's been out.
Yes.
But, as LaFleur pointed out, in week 18 last year, they lost Christian Watson on a freak play, and didn't have him for the playoffs. That made a huge difference.
Yeah.
I think rest is more important for the Packers, and here's why.
Okay.
Chicago's going into that final against Detroit where they still have to play to win because they want to lock up the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
So they don't want to lose to Detroit. They're going to have to play hard. Detroit's going to bring it no matter what.
Yeah.
They're not very good, but they're going to bring it. Packers get a rest. They come into Chicago nice and rested, and Chicago's been playing 2 brutal games down the year. That would be my thought. Rest as many guys as you can. I do get what you're saying about you don't want to have this sour taste of the Baltimore game. So it's,
Yeah, and I think that's the decision. Whatever Matt decides, we're going to roll with him. But they don't have enough guys to rest. You only get 53 guys. You already got guys on practice squads. You got some of the practice squad guys you brought up, those guys are out.
I know.
You're going to have to play some starters on special teams just to even put a team out there. You almost feel like you're a JV team going into a varsity game.
Well,
I'll tell you what, don't have enough guys.
Let's talk about who shouldn't play.
Okay.
I say Josh Jacobs, number 1, should not
He
play.
shouldn't have played last week.
Probably not. But he didn't play very much, so...
That's why I would have just set him out.
Yeah.
I would have set him out last week.
But he rests.
Yes.
Who else?
Well, if Jordan is healthy, he needs to play.
Okay. I can agree with that.
If you can go with a preseason lineup in your head, maybe play a half or whatever, he needs to play.
I would rest Malik Willis.
You would rest Malik and
have Clayton Tune
at the back.
be the backup. Yep, because I want Willis healthy for the playoffs.
Okay, and let's get into Willis.
Let's go back and forth. I'll take one, you take one. All right, I got Josh Jacobs. Oh, I've taken two.
You go. Okay. Zach Tom ain't playing.
Okay, good call.
Yep.
I will play him.
If he's eligible to play anyway, I don't even know.
Right.
He's not playing.
Right.
So, because you got to have him. If there's any daylight of him playing, you got to have him on that offensive line because it just seems like when he plays, a little bit more synchronized.
Yeah. And now, if you didn't have Jordan Morgan, then I'd worry about playing Jordan Love. But you got to play your starters if your starting offensive line if Jordan Love's going to play, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I would consider resting Christian Watson. You know, he's had a long year of, rehabbing. Then he had the chest injury. I mean, he looks great. But I would consider giving him a break. I don't want him playing on the turf. I don't want some freak injury.
I get it. There's no argument there. Quay Walker, I wouldn't play. Because I got to have him and 56, but Quay Walker has been a little banged up. Maybe have a role like so many plays. But they got enough linebackers, I think, that he can sit.
Okay.
So,
other banged up guy. I mean, Zane Anderson's probably not going to play.
Yeah,
He's
so I don't know.
Christian Welch. Oh, he went on IR. I'm trying to think who
24
else.
and 25 playing. They're playing.
Well, only because they don't have a replacement for 24.
Even if they did, the way the corners have played this year overall, and the way they've played down the stretch. They need all the experience they can get.
Yeah, I'd give Evan Williams the week off, too.
Yes, I would do that if you have somebody else can play. But
of course, then you don't have a nickel corner. Who's your nickel corner?
21's out, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. 36 is out. I think 36 should be retired. I'm going to tell you why. This is why. 36 should be retired. That number's jinxed. Everybody wears it, gets hurt. Go all the way back to Nick Collins. Nick, Kamal, everybody who wore that
one
number.
One of the nastiest injuries I've seen in a long
I know.
time.
It's just like that number should be retired and put up next to Favre and Reggie and Bart Starr.
Well, or there's certain numbers they don't give out.
I just don't even give it out.
Right.
Yes, because that number, I feel sorry for that kid because it's a bad number.
I would love to see him starting right now.
Me too.
Such a shame.
Me too.
And here's the thing: he gets hurt because he's willing to go and tackle Derrick Henry.
Exactly.
While all the other guys were, jumping away from him, he went in there, and that's a shame. Just a shame.
So, we need to retire that. So I need to talk to somebody on the board to get that done.
Okay.
Now, other than somebody who we've obviously missed, I'm sure you can send that to Tom on Twitter.
I'm sure there's some people we've missed.
Yeah, but they can't arrest a lot of people because, now did they sign somebody?
Yeah, they signed Jonathan Ford, or they claimed Jonathan Ford off waivers.
Yeah. Okay.
Gives you a 350-pound guy in the middle, and he knows I don't know if he knows their defense, but he's...
Well, it seemed like nobody else knew it either.
No.
Because when you look at Exit, you're like, wait a minute. And then when Coach referenced...
That's right. He may know it better than some of the guys on the Packers.
And here's the thing about it that's frustrating. Obviously, LaFleur don't want to throw his guys under the bus. He don't want to name guys, say who was lined up wrong. But when he kind of says, when you're supposed to be on the nose, you got to be on the nose. If you got to be in the gap, you got to be in the gap. You can read between the line and read the room. I get it. 'Cause a lot of coaches don't like doing that. But I'll say this. The one guy who really has gotten a pass from the 300, the word was staggering. That was always in my head. Staggering to give up 300 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jeff Hafley. It's been the player, the scheme, but I've never heard nothing about Hafley, so that would make me think that he called the stuff that was right, but guys either didn't line up or the other team gets paid too. The other guy gets a check. I mean, maybe they're just good on that play.
I've never seen so many guys blocked one-on-one in my life. It was not double teams. Mm-hmm. They lined up, 7 guys along the line of scrimmage, and they just blocked, everybody, and nobody got off blocks. And I don't know if I've seen it that bad in a long time. Maybe Philadelphia in like 22 when they ran for 360 yards, but 150 of that was Jalen Hurts. So it's crazy.
But here's the thing: this wasn't a surprise because you knew they were going to get the ball to King Henry, and we had talked about this. I was shocked that they threw the ball 20 times.
I know.
But not only that, I'm going to give the Ravens a lot of credit because that quarterback draw caught the Packers flat-footed.
Absolutely.
They've never even thought about spying Hughes.
Yeah.
Maybe that should have been, maybe we should spy him because I'll keep an extra guy in the box. And they say, well, maybe you can do a 3-safety defense, take out a linebacker, which makes you smaller. But they were not. It's just one formation we're going to talk about at Exit O that's been giving Jeff Hafley and the defense a lot of problems. It only has one receiver. Mm-hmm. It's tight ends.
Yeah.
And that toss play is still in my head. So my thing is, guess who run the same play? Minnesota. But this will be to Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
And
they just can't. They don't have the offensive line or power running back like Derrick Henry.
Well, do you
I got to tell you,
that?
I went to the Ravens locker room because I wanted to hear what they had to say about why they ran the ball.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry walked past me, and my jaw. I mean, I've seen every NFL player
he is huge.
in ever for 37 years, and my jaw dropped to the ground of how big he is and how perfectly proportioned he is. Yeah. Oh my God! Now I do understand a little bit of why it's hard to tackle him.
But this is the NFL.
I know, it is.
You only play a guy like that once.
Yeah.
And you got 3 days to put a game plan in, and you have film that he fumbles the ball. Yeah. So
tackle him around the ankles.
Hey man, see what color shoes he got. But you got to go down. But the one time Van Ness got him and clipped him. That's how you get him on the ground. Yeah. But to your point is early in the year, he had some fumbling problems. And, this is how you stop him. You got to get him before he cool down here.
Yeah. Yes.
You got to get him before he gets started. Because once he's going, and we've talked about the stiff arm, you got to get up under that. And we'll talk about that at exit. Well, everything's going to be an exit.
Yeah, we better get to that
but
fast.
The thing it is that staggering to me was it was 4-6 in the red zone and 300 yards. And neither team really had a lot of penalties. I think the Packers had 6, they had 5. But the physical nature of, when they had to win that game, because just in case Pittsburgh lost to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And it happened.
And now they got a chance to win the division.
Yes.
I would bet on them to win the division after that game.
But you didn't know, this last thing, Packers' urgency was, what if Chicago lose?
Yeah. Right.
If you had won.
Right.
You can still win the division.
This week would have been about the division. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what the urgency of, when you say meaningful games, meaningless games, for a player, you got to win them all. But the other team gets paid too.
You know what? We didn't even talk about Malik Willis.
Oh, man. We got to do at least 2 minutes on Malik.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. I'm going to tell you mine, you tell me yours.
Okay.
Because I know most of your information, you get it from Janet. I'm on my own.
All right.
I'm not saying start, which some people are, start Malik over Jordan Love. Jordan Love is my franchise quarterback. Nothing will ever move off of that. Comma, semicolon, 2 things can be true. In the red zone, the offense is a better rushing team with Malik at quarterback.
Yeah.
In the field, the team is better throwing the football, play action with Jordan Love. As a defender, this coming from a defensive guy, Tom, if you give me something else to think about, that really can hurt the game plan, because I got to think about when Malik comes in, they may do 1 of 6 plays.
Right.
I don't know which one of those 6 are. Next thing you know, it's a touchdown.
Right.
I don't think Jordan would be upset if you said we're going to, even if you ran him out there as a decoy. I would do something to make the other team think about it. Now you go.
Absolutely. We talked about this off camera. You could put Love and Willis in the game together and make the defense figure out who's going to be under center. You could put them both. You know, you could do Wildcat to Malik Willis. You could put Jordan Love out at wide receiver. You could put him in the backfield. Love tosses it to him, and then he runs some option or something like that. So many different things you could do. And right now, you're the 7th seed in the NFL, in the NFC. You know, I just don't think anybody's really that afraid of you. And you have to do something. You have to do something to shake it up with all the injuries they've got and everything like that. Go out in a blaze of glory at least, you know.
Just the boost that you need mentally to know we have a weapon.
Yeah.
Do we have a weapon?
Because these are the last 2 games you're going to have him. He's gone after this year, you know.
Possibly,
He's going somewhere else. He's going to be fighting for a starting job in another place.
Because think about it, when he was in there, the guy's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Chicago had no plan for it.
Yeah, if he doesn't.
They're hoping that. You know what they're hoping for? I hope that 75 doesn't get the snap off right.
Yeah.
I hope 75 snaps it in his face so he's not, because that's the only way we can stop him. So 75 got to be on point, because you may have to have 2 guys and there were 2 different cadences. Yeah. So I need Sean Ryan. He's actually one of the players of the week for me, because you got to be on point. You can't mess up nothing like that. No. So. But I think the Packers will win 21-17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Got some people you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Pick and Save, of course. You can get my Leaping Lemonade and my Leap Vodka there. And again, go to the register, round up, so we can help families who needs help year-round. Thank you for all year just buying the Totitos chips. Tom has most of them in his pantry.
There may be some left at Pick and Save.
And again, visit Milwaukee.org. They've been fantastic all year. And again, if you want to laugh, like we needed one yesterday, just go to charliebarons.com to watch this new special. It's hilarious.
And don't forget to go on to X's and O's. It's a long one,
man,
but it's good. If you wanted to know what happened on Saturday night, we're going to show you.
Yes.
All right. See you after the Vikings game.
Bye.